Right, welcome to Derry. Episode 8, the end of Chapter 1, or Season 1, whatever you want to call it. It's here, it's done. The grand finale. What an episode. What a fantastic episode. I have really loved this series, and I went into it not expecting to love it at all. I went into it with very little hype. There wasn't really a great deal of sort of internet chatter about this. Didn't really feel like there was a build-up, which I'm not saying there has to be either way. But I went into it with no expectations at all. I certainly didn't expect to love it as much as this, though. It's an exceptional show. It is an exceptional show. It's really, really, really good. If you thought Pennywise was a bit neutered in, It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, he is unbridled. Unhinged, chaotic, gross, gruesome. Yeah, unbound. He's mad in this. They really push the boundaries of what is acceptable in this show. For the better, by the way, for the better. Because when you watch the movies, you watch them and you are like, yeah, I mean, he does some pretty gross stuff, but he's not that bad. Like, he's bad, obviously. But they really push the boundaries of what's acceptable on streaming on this. They really do. Take this episode, for instance. When, now Pennywise is unleashed, right? He's unleashed. Doesn't have his cage anymore, his prison. So he goes to scoop up every single child at the school. And what does he do? Well, he gets the principal. He's dead. The principal's dead. And he's using him as a puppet. And then he proceeds to scare the kids by shoving his hand, or his fingers, in the principal's eyeballs, blood gushing out, ripping his head off, throwing the head at the children, and then launching the body at the kids as well, with a big spray of blood everywhere. I mean, we're seeing a Pennywise like never before. It's great. And it's what you want in a show like this. It's what I wanted in the movies, but we never really got it. And I did think to myself, I was like, what are they going to be able to do with Pennywise? That, because we know Pennywise. We know his MO. We know what he does. I think pushing the boundaries of what he is, what he's capable of, I think really helped. I think that really helped make Pennywise feel fresh. And Skarsgård's great as Pennywise. So what happens in this episode? Well, basically Pennywise unleashed. He's got taken all the kids back to his lair. Well, no, he's not taking them back to his lair, sorry. He's taken them out of Derry. He's just going to be using them as food along his journey by the looks of it. And so the plan is to get the dagger and box him back in. Make his cage again. Now, that is basically the premise of the entire episode. But what happens along the way is superb. We get Halloran, pretty certain it's Halloran, going inside Pennywise's mind to subdue him briefly. And Pennywise, that just leads to a fantastic series of interactions between Pennywise and what Pennywise thinks is the old circus, head of the circus, basically. I'm not Bob. You've had one too many to drink. Don't speak to me like that. And gets hit and stuff. It's just mad. Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But what was so good about this episode was how, again, we got this proto-losers club, but they somehow make them better, I think, than the losers club. In my eyes, anyway. Or at least fresh sort of version. We have Rich come back. His spirit comes back. And that was really touching. Because the dagger wants to go home. It doesn't want to be in the ground. And so it's resisting all the kids trying to shove it into the ground to lock Pennywise back in his cage. So the spirit of Rich comes to help. And you know what? It felt earned. And so it didn't come across cheesy in any way. You know, the spirit coming back, flipping Pennywise off as he runs to help his friends. It was brilliant. Ordinarily, on paper, you read that and you go, that's a bit cheesy. But in action, it worked. And I laughed out loud. I actually laughed out loud because it was brilliant. It was funny. Yeah. I don't know. Great. Genuinely great episode. I'm keen to see what happens next and where they go with it, because they're going to be doing 2 more chapters of this. So, the sort of take home from what this episode is and how it sort of transpired. Pennywise proceeded to eat the general. Brilliant. He gets his comeuppance. There's all these series of events where Andy Muschietti didn't do the whole nonsense of, I'm going to subvert their expectations. No, he delivered on things that were being set up, or what the audience expects. And that's why this is so well written. Or this is an explanation of how it's so well written. You know, if the general didn't die after unleashing Pennywise and Pennywise murdering loads of people, that's not satisfying. But yeah, he did die in a pretty brutal way, and his face eaten off. So that's good. That's what you want. Right? You want these things to be paid off. You want I can't remember a bloody name now, but the Grogan, the girl Grogan. You want her and Hanlon, it's Halloran and Hanlon. You want Hanlon, boy Hanlon, and girl Grogan to kiss. You want them to, you know, their love to blossom, and that does. You want Lily to make amends with the spirit of her father, which at the end of the episode she does. She sits at the grave and is like, I'm so sorry I wasn't here, but I've made some friends. You want all of these things to happen, and they do. And it's brilliant because it does. I'm so sick of series and movies that just, I'm going to subvert your expectations. Now, how about you don't? How about you just pay off what you're setting up, you fuck? And so they did with this. It's brilliant. It's great. Is it scary? No, not really. But it's tense. This episode was tense. I had a very, very good time with it. Would recommend this series. If you've held off because you were like, well, maybe they won't pay off the ending. It's great. It's really, really good. Well worth checking out. It's very, very good. Very, very good show. And I can't wait to see what they do with chapter 2 and 3. I really can't. Because we end with a member of the Losers Club from It Chapter 1. And I'm like, what? What's going on here? What looked like, anyway, to me. Could be wrong. I'm pretty certain it was. It was great. Bloody good stuff. Would recommend. So anyway, there you go. I don't have much else to say, really. Very, very good show. If you've seen it, let me know your thoughts down below. What are you hoping for in the next series that they create? Or the next season. Take care. Bye-bye now.